morning, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Mover and Shakers dies that work with the Big Shot. First of all, there's the original Mover and Shaker. This comes with a Big's XL plate, and there's a metal part in the center. It also comes with a curly label die, which this is what it looks like. And it works with the curly label punch by Stampin' Up. Now, this curly label die is magnetic. You can see there's two magnets on the back. And you can place it anywhere in this silver plate, and it'll stay. And you can run through as many cards as you like, and this will stay put. Now, this die cuts out a standard size card the long way. So it is cutting at 4 1/4 by 11. Now you can already cut your cardstock to that size and then just fit it into the grooves, or you could start off with a piece of paper that is 6 by 12. Now, in addition to this original die that was available last year, Stampin' Up! Has come out with some additional movers and shakers that you can use with this die as well. So there's the heart. There is the the scallop circle or scallop oval. The new modern label punch. There's a corresponding mover and shaker for that. And then there's a star die. So I made a project today with the star die. So what I did was I started out with this die and I actually placed it in the bottom corner. And you can see I can place it whereas the star will be pointing straight up. Now, of course, if I wanted to, I could have put this anywhere else in here, but that's what I wanted for my project. Our sandwich for this is going to be one of the extended cutting boards or cutting plates. Then our die. Make sure your movers and shakers is where you want it. And then I'm using a piece of paper that is actually 6 by 12. And this is textured paper, by the way. And I'm just going to place it in there, face down. And then my last cutting plate. Sandwich those together, and I'm going to go ahead and crank it through. Now, in addition to cutting your card shape and the star, this will also score your paper. So let me just take it loose. So you can see there's my star that was punched out. There's the excess. And then here is my card, which is all ready for me to fold in half. Okay? And there's my star punched out in the bottom corner, just like I wanted. So let me show you the project that I made with this and tell you a little bit more about this. So here's the finished project. So of course I cut out my paper, and this is actually Melon Mambo that I used. And I placed my star in the bottom corner on the Melon Mambo. But then also I wanted this black piece. So I cut a smaller piece of paper that was 4 1/4, and I think it was by 2 1/2. I placed it in the bottom corner and ran it through on the same die. So it gave me the star shape in the same place. Then I was able to use my textured plates to get a little texture on it and to layer it. Isn't that cute how it came out? And you can see that I've used one of the star images. I think this one is from Spotlight on Christmas. And I inked that up, punched it out with my star, my large star punch. And it fits perfectly in this shape. In fact, there's a little bit of space around it. So what I found is that you can use the mover and shaker dies in order to make a layer that works with our punches. So you can see up here on the top where I've used our new modern label punch, and then I've actually layered it with a piece or the negative from the Mover and Shapers die, modern label. So let me show you how I did that, because you don't need to use the whole big XL die in order to get that small shape. So let me show you how I cut that out. So I used the hard impressions pad You usually use this with the texture plate. This is the hard one. But I'm going to use it with our movers and shapers. So I'm going to put this down. Then I'm going to put down one of my small cutting boards. Then what I did is I took a piece of paper. So let me take an excess piece of black cardstock. Placed it on the cutting plate, and then I took my die and placed it face down. Lastly, I used another cutting plate. And I can send this through my Big Shot. Yeah. This one's being a little tight. Hold on. It's a little tight because my plates are a little curved. So let me just move it over a bit. Okay. So I'm going to crank that through. And what it does is that it cuts out just that shape that I wanted. Okay? That way I don't have to waste a lot of paper using the large die. I can just use a little small piece. Also, I like this technique because I can also use it with some of our other Sizzix dies. So let me show you what I made. So this is one of the scallop bags, one of the Sizzix dies that Stampin' Up! Carries. And what I did was I cut out the shapes on my textured paper. Then I sent through one of the pieces. It's the long piece that goes around. I sent it through using this technique with the curly label Shapers die on it. And I was able to crank it through and get a window inside of my bag. Isn't that cute? By doing this, I don't have to worry about getting the creases or the cuts by using the big XL. I just send it through with the impression pads and the cutting plate. Once I had my window, I just used the medium window sheets, adhered it to the inside, and made up my bag. Isn't that cute? You can also do this with the boxes or anything else that you want to have a window. You can use your mover and shaper die. This would be equally cute with this star cut into it, I think, or even the curly label. I keep calling it the curly label, the scallop oval. So, hope you give this a try. I love these shapes. Take care.